Whether you are attending a summer wedding, celebrating a milestone anniversary, packing your suitcase for a special night on a cruise ship, or attending some other special occasion this summer, you're going to want to look your very best. So today I'm sharing 5 beautiful dresses that are perfect for any special occasion this summer. I've also got 10 tips to help you look your very best, not frumpy, but absolutely elegant for your special occasion. Hello ladies, and welcome to Dress for My Day. My name is Kay and I'm so glad that you're here. I get a lot of requests for wedding guest outfits, wedding guest ideas. And I think most of the time women are wanting dresses. Now, certainly you can wear pants and things like that to weddings too. A beautiful pantsuit is apropos for sure, but today I am sharing 5 special occasion dresses. Now these are not evening gowns, they are what I would consider perfect for an afternoon wedding or an early evening wedding, a church wedding. I do have 10 tips too, and so before we get into those 10 tips, I want to remind you that everything I'm sharing is available for purchase. All of these dresses are brand new, I think. Well, one is fairly new. They're all available. And so I have either YouTube links that are going to pop up here, and hey, if those links get in the way of my shoes, I get it. You want to see my shoes. All you have to do is click on the little dots on that little tab there, and you can get that little box to go away. You can exit that out and you won't have to see it. But if you do want to shop things, those links will appear. Or if you're watching on your television, and evidently a lot of people are, there will be a QR code that shows up. And if you hold your phone with the camera option over that QR code, you're going to pick up all my links. You can shop everything right there on your phone while you watch my video. So really a sweet way to do things. We want to make it really easy for you to shop things that you see if you want to. But ladies, this is not just about shopping. Now today's maybe is a little heavy shopping because I've got real ideas for you to wear if you're looking for something. I have really scoured the stores looking for the perfect things to recommend. So I highly recommend these dresses and some of the accessories I'm showing too. But I do want to provide 10 tips for you too. And so without further ado, let's get going on those. The first tip is you need to do a little research on your event, whether it's a cruise ship, a wedding, you know, some other kind of a gala that you've been invited to, some kind of afternoon soiree, whatever, and find out things like if you're outside, are you going to be on the ground or are you going to be on some kind of little floor that they've set up? Because that's going to make a difference. You do want to know if you're going to be outside in the heat of the day, even if it is under an awning and even if they have little misters going and fans and all that sort of stuff. You need to know a little bit about it. Also, just contact the hostess to see if they have any ideas or restrictions or like their preferences on what people wear. I think people do have preferences, and sometimes you just have to ask a little bit and they will divulge those. So do a little research on your event to figure out what other people will be wearing, what the host expectations are, and those sorts of things. The second thing I want to encourage you to do, the second tip, is to put together a feminine outfit, because hey, this is your chance to look like a woman, like really look like a woman, but do it in your way. So you still want to stay true to your personal style. Sometimes when we are going to a special event, I think the temptation is to we think, oh, I got to put on all the glitz and glamour, all the sparklies or all the ruffles or all the flowers or whatever. But if that's not your thing, then don't do it. Today I am showing a pretty good variety of dresses, different types of dresses, but even then I've styled them to suit me. So you could style any of these 5 dresses that I'm showing to suit you with the accessories that will really work with your personal style. Don't know what your personal style is? You get to define it, ladies. And here's a video right here that I showed, I don't know, several months ago, but there it tells you my system of using style angles to define your personal style, and it is just as important for special occasions as it is for your daily outfit. So yes, tip number 2 is to definitely put put together a feminine look, but your own personal style. You know, being a woman is definitely a lot of fun, and it's during these special occasions that we get to celebrate our femininity. But being a woman also comes with its own set of challenges, doesn't it? Today's video sponsor is MIDI Health. They are a virtual clinic on mission to provide high-quality care to women in all 50 states. I love working with MIDI because I know from experience of working with a MIDI clinician in the past that they understand the challenges of being a woman, and they want to equip us to be able to handle those challenges with grace, with up-to-date information, and with best practices. I worked with a MIDI clinician about a year ago to hone in on some inflammation and some pain that I was having in my arms and my legs. You know, a lot of that just has to do with aging. It's that season of life. But I wanted some answers. I wanted to know what was going on and what I could do to help prevent that, or at least alleviate some of it. And when I met with my MIDI clinician, I really felt like she listened to me. She had some great ideas. I was quite impressed with how knowledgeable she was on the very issue that I wanted to talk about. I had brought up these concerns with my regular healthcare provider, but I felt like in the whole scheme of things, as we were doing all the physical, that those little questions kind of got pushed aside and she never really answered them. But when I met with a MIDI clinician, she really listened. She acted like my questions were valid. She pointed me in the right direction to line up some appointments for some tests, and then after evaluating those tests, she gave me some practical tips and answers, and I'm still using those today. They're making a big difference in my life. With MIDI, you can enjoy a no-rush virtual visit with a qualified MIDI clinician, and she will hear your questions and validate them and help you to find the solutions that you're looking for. And MIDI visits are covered by insurance plans in all 50 states. MIDI works with women on a multitude of issues, from perimenopause to menopause to weight issues and so much more. So how does MIDI work? Well, you just book your virtual visit through their scheduling portal at their website. You can use the QR code here. You'll have your virtual video conferencing visit with your qualified MIDI clinician discussing your symptoms and your questions. If you need any tests, she will help arrange those for you at a local testing center. After you get the test results, you'll meet up again, talk about any solutions, tips, proactive points that you can do from there. And you can continue to schedule those visits as long as it takes to nail down your solutions. So if you are looking for personalized, compassionate care that's covered by insurance, then click on the link below in my description box and head to MIDI to schedule your virtual visit with a MIDI clinician. You can also use the QR code here with your camera app on your phone to capture that QR code and go straight to their website through that code. Thanks so much to MIDI for sponsoring today's video, and now let's continue with those tips to help you look absolutely stunning at your special occasion this summer. Tip number 3, actually 3, 4, and 5 all have to do with footwear. Number 3 is, yes, if you want to wear hosiery, you absolutely can. Do not worry about looking frumpy or outdated. If you feel more comfortable in hosiery, then you should wear it. But I do have some recommendations. Number 1, you want to go as sheer as possible and in a flesh tone. Number 2, you do not want to wear sandals or even slingback pumps with your hosiery. If you're going to wear hosiery, then you need to wear a pump, a closed-heeled, closed-toed shoe. The next tip has to do with footwear also, and that is if you are going to be attending an outdoor event, whether it's a wedding or some other event, then you might want to consider wearing either a wedge heel or a block heel. Now, I'm not really showing any of those today. I'll be honest, they're hard to find, especially especially in sandals or pretty metallics and other dress shoes, but you can find them. So you might just need to start the hunt early, because if you're going to be outside, you don't want to sink your heels into the ground, especially if it's a little damp or something. So I definitely suggest a block heel or a wedge heel for those events. And my next tip has to do with what color footwear, what kind of footwear that you would want to wear. Now, like I said, my dresses that I'm showing you today are all short dresses. So we want something that's going to elongate the leg or add a little sparkle to the outfit. So I suggest you could do either a sandal, a pump, or a slingback. You'll see me wearing all three of those today. You could go in a nude color, is always very safe. And when I say nude, I mean your color of nude, a flesh tone sandal, pump, or slingback. That will not look as dressy, however, as a beautiful metallic. So I highly recommend a metallic. I think every woman needs a metallic slingback and or sandal in her wardrobe for instances like this. Now this year also though, ivory or white sandals are really in style. So if you'd like to go that route, then I suggest that you get a really strappy sandal, something with really thin straps, not big and chunky. You want something that's still going to elongate. It's going to kind of disappear on your foot, but that ivory sandal could be a nice option, especially for an afternoon event. Tip number 6 is to wear some comfortable shapewear. I do find that we just feel better, we look better in some shapewear. Sometimes we even go down a little bit in a size. One of the dresses I'm going to be showing you today looks a little big on me, and I think that's because when I tried it on, I didn't have on shapewear. And then when I do, I almost need to go down a size. So shapewear makes a big difference, but you can get some really comfortable shapewear. I am still wearing, right now, after 5 hours, the shapewear that I'm wearing as I'm modeling these clothes for you today, and they feel really good. They're from Spanx, and I can link them for you. I really recommend them. But if you don't want to wear shapewear, then I suggest you wear Thigh Society slip shorts. They're going to help your dress, your skirt just fit so much better. They're going to alleviate those little panty lines and all those sorts of things. They're going to prevent thigh chafing. They're going to keep you nice and cool. I think you'll really benefit from those, and I'll give you a link for those below too. If you're going to do any self-tanning, then I highly recommend that you do it 2 or 1 days before your event. Do not do the self-tanning that day of. You tend to get a kind of a splotchy look that way. You want to do your self-tanning in a morning. You want to wash off the product in the evening before you go to bed, and then you're probably going to find that you're going to get the best results the next day or even the next. My next tip is don't forget a wrap, especially if you are going to be outside, but even if you're going to be inside, things get cool, and if you're wearing something with short sleeves, sleeveless, or strappy, little spaghetti straps or something like that, you're definitely going to want a wrap, and you're going to find so many available. I'm going to show you a couple of today. I'm not really sure they're available or not, but if they are, I will definitely link them. You also might want to consider carrying a little fan. You're going to see me use an accordion fan today that I got at Fortnum & Mason in England when I was there, and I just think they're such a smart option. You do want to use it discreetly. You don't want to make a big deal of it, of course, but especially if you're going to be outside, I think a little fan would definitely keep the little glistening sweat off the brow, and that is definitely better than sweating up the storm. So a fan could be a good idea. You want to make sure that it fits nicely into your bag. And then that bag is my 10th tip, and that is you want to make sure that the bag you carry looks as special as your dress. In fact, it can make your dress look more special. And I suggest that you carry one that you can handle as you stand and hold a drink, and maybe even a plate. You could be standing at a bistro table, you could be standing with nothing and holding a plate, holding a cup, I don't know, but you want to be able to handle that bag. So it needs to be a clutch that could fit under your arm, or it should be something that has a little chain or a little strap that could hang from your arm really nice and dainty. So maybe something that's even double purpose. You'll see me show some of those today. And you definitely want to invest in a pretty bag that's going to elevate your outfit. Now let's start looking at those dresses. This is the best part of the video, right? The first one is from Tuckernuck, and it is a beautiful cotton polyester blend with a beautiful moire pattern throughout. This is in a pistachio green, but it does come in other colors too. I love this dress because it is such a flattering cut. It has a cinched waist there. This is a true shirt dress that buttons from the bottom to the top. It does have really a pretty little effect there at the sleeve with kind of a little cap sleeve there, just so gorgeous. An open neckline with the buttons and a pretty little collar. Just so lovely. Now this dress, the way you get into and out of it is by buttoning it and unbuttoning it. It is super comfortable, super cool, so much cooler than it even looks probably. And this is the kind of dress that you can keep in your closet for years and wear over and over for similar special events. It's so versatile, and they actually have been carrying this dress for several years, I know, and it just keeps coming up in different colors. I think this one is so fresh and on trend, but also one that you could wear for years. I have completed this look with a pair of nude pumps from Ally in a patent leather, so they're really kind of a skin tone for me, and then I've carried my Frances Valentine little wicker basket. So I kept this one a little bit casual. This is not especially dressy, but you could absolutely wear some metallic shoes with this, carry a metallic bag, and make this dressy enough for the evening as well. This dress runs true to size, and it starts at an extra, extra small and goes all the way up to an extra, extra, extra large. So a lot of size opportunities with this dress and other colors. This next dress is quite affordable and so beautiful, and I am so impressed to tell you that it is from the Nordstrom brand. This is a beautiful Ramie and lyocell blend dress. It has a cotton feel and just lovely, so light and frothy. It comes in this very light purple, lavender, I think it's called Purple Fog, and it also comes in a really soft muted green. I just felt like the lavender works better for me. I actually ordered both. They're both really pretty, but I ended up just showing you the purple one because I think it works better with my coloring. I did decide to dress this one up a little bit with some metallic slingbacks, and these are available, and I can give you a link to them, and also a little metallic bag from Michael Kors. My bag I do not believe is available anymore, but I'll see if there's something similar I can link you to. And then I just wore some really pared back, simple, elegant jewelry. You'll see me change my jewelry up throughout the video. I'm not necessarily going to draw attention to every little thing I'm wearing, but I will link you to everything that's available down below in the description box. This dress does run true to size. I am wearing a medium. I did try the large and it was just way too roomy, so I would certainly go with your true size, and it comes in sizes extra, extra small to extra large. My next dress is a very special one. This is a day occasion dress from Terry John by Ricky Freeman. Oh my goodness, I have been seeing these dresses for years. I've been curious, and so I was so excited when they reached out and wanted to gift me a couple of them. So they did gift me this dress, and it is exquisite. It is a stretch cotton fabric with a beautiful sheen to it. The print is just gorgeous. The dress does zip up the back, and it fastens also at the back in the neck. And then it does have this removable belt, so you could actually add in a different belt if you'd prefer, a little gold belt or even a little cognac belt, depending on your situation. But I do love just the little same fabric belt there, works really nicely. It's just a really pretty fit and flare shirt dress type dress. It does have a lot of stretch in it, and you do want to go true to size. So I am wearing my usual size 10. It comes in sizes 0 to 22 when they're all in stock. So they will come in and out of stock, you know, the different sizes, and it does come in a different colorway as well. And you can even let them know that you're interested, even if a size is out of stock, and you'll be notified when it comes back in stock. These dresses are a little bit of an investment for sure, but they are just so beautiful and iconic, and you'll be able to wear it year after year to special daytime events, not just weddings, but also things like bridal showers, graduations, that just those retirement parties, awards things, just all those great events that sometimes you think, I don't have anything to wear. This is that beautiful dress that would fill that void. I accessorized this dress with some strappy flesh tone, for me, sandals with really pretty little Art Deco jewel piece there on the front. They're a kitten heel, so a really nice, comfortable little shoe that is available, so I can link you to that. And I'm carrying a little clutch bag, kept my jewelry kind of minimal, letting the dress steal the show here. Our fourth dress is another floral, and it is so pretty. This frothy dress comes from Anthropologie. It is a lyocell and polyester blend, but it feels like cotton, and that's what you need to know about all these dresses. None of them are like 100% natural fiber fabrics, but they feel like it. And this one just feels so good. It is lightweight, so it's perfect for that afternoon wedding or afternoon occasion. You're going to stay nice and cool in it. I love the silhouette with the cinched waist. It's got pleats there at the waist, really frothy sleeves there. I love the V in the front, just so gorgeous. This dress is lined with it's not lined. It does come with a slip that is detachable. You can take the slip in and out, and the slip is short, and that's kind of the way they're doing things these days. They're making a short slip or a short lining, and then you have rest of skirt is kind of sheer. So you can wear it that way. That's how I'm wearing it. If you prefer, however, you can take that slip out, put in your own slip. It does have the little straps there at the shoulder where you can secure in the straps of your own bra and slip. So you could wear a fuller slip if you so desired. This dress does come in standard and petite sizes from extra, extra small to extra, extra large. So a lot of great availability. I can highly recommend this dress. I just think it is so lovely. I'm wearing those same sandals with this dress. I think it just really called for sandals. I wish I had a wedge or a block heel to show you, but I don't. But this sandal is just so sharp and so comfortable. But you can also see here that I did carry a wrap, in case I needed it. And I have a pretty little fan. Now, I got this fan at Fortnum & Mason. I'm going to see if I can find you something to link similar to that. Mike can even link it there, I'm not sure, but this was my little souvenir from England that I am just so pleased with, and I definitely plan to actually use it. I think it's one of those things that, once again, like I said, we're not going to be fanning ourselves like crazy, like we're at a family reunion. We're going to have to do it kind of dainty, but I think that can really help keep you a little bit more cool and classy looking, and it's so beautiful, so it's really pretty accessory. And my final dress is from Talbots. This is a lovely tinsel, lyocell, and nylon blend. So like I said, not cotton, but it feels like cotton. And the best news is this dress is machine washable. Just so classy. This one is, once again, lightweight, flowy. It feels like a dream. I just thought it would be fun to do something in a black and white. So classy, so sharp, so elegant. And I almost wore a black sandal. You absolutely could go with a black sandal here. A really strappy sandal I think would be really pretty. But I did decide that this would be a good opportunity to go silver. So I'm wearing my silver slingbacks from Ally. You can, of course, use code KHEELS for $40, I think it is, off of your heels, first pair of heels at Ally. But silver looks really pretty with black and white in my estimation. So I'm also wearing a little modern T-bar necklace from Tilly Saveas, and it's got a silver chain and the gold T-bar, and so then I added some silver and gold combination earrings as well. They're no longer available, but adding that silver and gold combination I think works really nicely. Of course, you could go all silver too. And then I'm carrying a little Tory Burch bag with a silver chain and silver adornments on it, so it really pulls together. And of course, again, I do have a little wrap. This is a little linen wrap, I do believe, from Eileen Fisher a couple of years ago, so I'm not really sure it's available, but a similar wrap is going to do you really well. I just think also a black wrap would have worked really nicely here. I do have a black cashmere wrap, but I think maybe something a little bit more summery would be really nice. If you wanted to go black, that would be so lovely. Now, this is the dress that, like I said, when I tried it on the fitting room, I kind of felt like this size 10 worked, but with my shapewear, I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, it feels a little roomy on me, so I might would size down. So you might want to consider that. This dress runs, I would say, just slightly roomy. So if you're kind of between sizes, then you might want to go with your lower size here. So those are my recommendations for summer wedding guest dresses. I think it gives you a wide variety, and even if none of these specific dresses really appeal to your senses, then you can kind of at least get a feel for what is on trend, what would look really feminine and beautiful for those special occasions. I hope you've enjoyed the selections, and don't forget you can find all the shopping information down below in the description box. If you have a medical concern, especially something to do with being a woman, and you're looking for personalized, compassionate care that's also covered by your insurance, then I encourage you to visit MIDI. Go to their scheduler through the link below or the QR code here, and you can book a visit with a MIDI clinician. I think you'll really love the results that you get there. Thanks so much for watching today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel on the way out if you haven't already done that, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye now.